Hello YouTube, Ronin Kazi, Diablo 4, before the rest of us can get it. Bought one of the pre-packages, so here I am. I'm a little bit higher level. Started playing it last night, loaded it, got the part to, here I think I'm level 13. You know, sometimes in modern games they can not completely download, but they download the first part of the game. I don't know why that they didn't do that all the time. I'm a druid, and I have a bunch of different skills. I can be a bear form, werewolf form, storm, lightning, rock. I have a couple of wolves, and this is one of those games where I'm going to be in some type of mode where I can, that number one skill is a skill where I can heal because I'm a werewolf, and a lot of the damage on my werewolf, I get health back as I do damage. So like I've told you, that's one of the big things in every single game, some type of life steal. Not doing that good of a job right here. Also, you only get kind of 4 health globes per, some drop, but you're always managing that. And although I don't like that, it's a good function of this game and other games where you kind of have that tension of not having enough heals when you need it. When you need them, it's like you don't have enough, but you can go most of the game without it. So that's a good game design. So you're either constantly vigilant or you're going to be in trouble later. So I was trying to run through this. I can't play it in the hardcore mode yet, but if I did, I'd already be re-rolling a character because I've died a couple of times. And as I've gotten further along, as I've gotten higher up, I'm level 20 now, but in this video I'm level 13. I die a lot more. And one of the nice things, you can constantly re-roll your build. It gets incrementally more money. I've re-rolled it a billion times now. There's going to be a point where you kind of settle. I'm starting to settle in on some skills. That number one skill is a self-heal. You go into werewolf form. I tried to be all werewolf or all bear or all this or all that, and I don't think that's the best way to go. I mean, aesthetically, one might want to do it that way, but it's better that you use a little bit of each skill. So there's good skills in each one of these trees that you could be. What I found is, and of course it's a looter shooter, so you're constantly going through gear and that kind of things. You start off with blues, and then you're hopefully, well, with non-enchanted gear, and then you get some enchants, and then you want yellows. And so the AoE on the werewolf isn't that great. It's like a frontal cone attack. Oh, normally in Diablo I'm a monk. In Diablo 3 I was a monk. In Diablo, what? That was unexpected. This is normally when I say thank you for subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking. I've shown you on my phone I have a Diablo game, and I love that game, but I was really waiting for Diablo 4. Didn't disappoint. I really like Diablo 4. Has the same kind of feel as Diablo 3. It's a nice story. I was captivated in it immediately. This might be because I'm more familiar with the story. I played it before Diablo 3. I played a lot with my youngest son. And like in all games nowadays, you're going to see that these mobs start doing a damage that is similar to the end boss in here. You see how it's those little red things going on are damaging all over, and you have to evade them. I don't even know how I would even be able to do that, YouTube. I just like to turn and burn. So that's why I like a life steal strategy. If I just grind off someone and I'm healing constantly, phrasing, I guess. So pretty self-sustaining at this point. But the build I have now at level 20 is a little bit of each and every one. I tried to go through the very first time. I tried to go bear form, and I tried to, you know, just be bear form, and I propped up a lot. You get these skills, and then you can invest like 5 points in each one. Then you get a thing you can kind of amp up that skill, and then you have 2 ways to turn it. It's pretty interesting type on a build. So I'm constantly rebuilding this. And what I'm trying to get is a tanky life-stealing damage dealer that does AoE. And so if you see me play this game, you will understand why I like Vile Jammer so much. It has 2 of the 3 kind of things. And I'm looking for that butcher. He didn't come out this time. I'm trying to spawn him. That's why I was surprised, because he came out of nowhere. You hear my dogs, they're fighting over a toy. So part of the problem I ran into is when I got into some of the Roxy, when I got in some of the boss battles, I didn't have enough single target damage. And I think I've told you that about Vile Jammer. It doesn't have enough single target damage. AoE builds don't have a lot of single target damage, but I think you could kind of build that here in Diablo. You can probably get something that will fit everything. And someone is attacking our garbage. Because of the holiday, our garbage schedule is messed up. Now I could be getting that white spire there, and it would give me something. But I kind of forget about that. This is the game's new, so I get a little bit tunnel vision, obviously, when I'm looking at it after I play. I'm like, oh, I should have got that. The other thing that's good / bad about Diablo is mobs can block you from moving. So my strategy on the globes are, I will expend a globe if one's on the ground. And so what I didn't realize, like some of these revenants are getting healed all the time. There's like one boss that's kind of, don't die again, geez. There's one boss that's shielding them or giving them, I don't know what the mechanic is, but it's kind of hard. So you'll see, maybe not in this video, but in other videos, I'll struggle trying to knock them out. So what games are you looking forward to this summer? It's officially, unofficially summer. It's not summer solstice yet, but it's summer as far as school's getting to be out and people are getting have vacations or whatever. I'm going to make videos for you, so when you're on vacation you get to see some of my videos. That's what I'll be doing. And so when I saw it was coming out, I was going to buy it. Leveling up my Destiny 2 character. Division 2, I need to do my weeklies and that, which will probably give me a legendary. Playing the Division also, Ghost Recon, Wildlands, and Breakpoint. And I guess the good thing about Diablo 4 is it's crossplay right off the bat, which is good. So again, hit me up if you'd like to run together in Diablo 4. And also, we got people playing Destiny 2. I'm chasing, it has a goblin that will drop a whole bunch of stuff, so I chase it through a bunch of mobs. I didn't want to let that go on my goodies. Has a decent mode where you can kind of play a little bit closer, but these games, this isometric perspective is kind of like the classic Diablo style game. There's a bunch of games, Torchlight, there's some other Path of Exile. There's a bunch of games that are, and Diablo wasn't the first game to do this either. I think Baldur's Gate might not have been the first, but that was a game a lot like by SSI. Maybe I'm showing Roxy. I'm going to show the age of you to everyone. You're going to get squirted. That was a game I played back in the day. There was a game, Bard's Tale, which was on by Electronic Arts. That was like when I had a CGA monitor. When I got off monochrome, you had 4 colors. That was horrific. A little late for me to get that thing now. That would have helped. But essentially, these games, the mission of all these games is the same. There's a little more direction in Diablo in that the map will not let you go wherever you want. So it's not, you can't transverse it like a city. But all the games use the environment to block you off, to funnel you into different areas. All those games that I'm playing are loot shooters. Destiny 2 drops the least amount of loot, but it gives you, I think, a way to narrowly focus on the specific loot you want. So it's easy, quote unquote, to get your level up because it gives you activities. They're not all gated behind PvP or something, or raids to get higher level stuff. So that's good. It might take a little bit longer. I think they've struck the best balance for that. The Division 2 is a little more stingy on exotics, and I think that goes back to the point they didn't know what to do with endgame, and so they didn't want everyone. I think now when you play it now, it's pretty easy to get exotics and to move forward. They still have some exotics gated, and quite frankly, let's talk about some bigger gaming issues. First off, Diablo hasn't crashed. So when I first tried to log in, they said they were experiencing problems. I quit the game twice, and then I restarted it and I loaded right in, and it never crashed. And that's a disappointing thing about Ubisoft and the Division 2. It may be such a tough game to program that it constantly has to crash, but I doubt it. So you can see with the build I have, I'm just resilient against poison. It's not that I'm resilient against poison. I'm just going to try to heal through all that damage. Kind of getting a look at my inventory. My character, this is probably the ugliest character I've ever made. You don't get a lot of choices. Because you can turn into a bear, you can't be a slight, 100-pound big person. Nothing wrong with big people. I'm a big person too. I don't know big name. I'm okay. But roaring in here. And so they have a couple cool mechanics. If you get loaded up on gear, you can go into town, sell all your gear, and come right back into the spot you were. That's a fantastic feature. It saves them having super, super duper big sized inventories. But part of a looter shooter is also that it's just going to you're constantly getting loot. That was unexpected, all those folks. And so what I found on some of these where I would get defeated, I go back in, make adjustments to the build. Sometimes wildly different. And that wildly different build would get me through. Maybe it's all more magic based. There was one that was kicking my butt, and I changed it to some of the hurricane and tornado skills I hadn't been using before, and I got through it. And I'm going to tell you about the gameplay. I just was at the point, it's no more enemies. I can't do one more spawn. I'm at my wit's end, and it would end. Before the last spawn, you're like, I hope this is over, and it's not, and you're like, F. This video is a little bit longer today. Focus on gameplay. You haven't seen this gameplay before. People played Diablo before. I haven't played Diablo 4, so I'll probably be more akin to show you kind of what I'm doing. I don't believe, I've tried to do it. I don't believe there's a cookie cutter. Here's the last kind of little instance. So this is a little instance inside the instance dungeon. So this is fantastic. So they can't make it, so they're asking for my help to do their last stand. Roxy, you're gonna have a last stand. So thank you again for watching. I appreciate you subscribing. A couple of subscribers said that they were having problems with the channel. They had to unsubscribe and resubscribe to get current notifications and accurate view counts and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what's going on. If you don't mind, if you're subscribing, if you could unsubscribe and resubscribe, hopefully that fixes any problems. I appreciate everyone that's supported the channel. Just looking to get it bigger. You know, they have some growth points at Google where you can monetize your channel. And so when I bought this version of the game, I didn't buy the highest version, but that'd be part of the idea. If I bought games, I would kind of review that game and, you know, what you should buy and what you get and what you buy and tell you if it's better or not. Usually, I don't get the deluxe. I get the one in between where you get I got game time to play before it's open for everyone else. Pretty easy to level. Level 20, I saw some level 23s today when I was maybe 13, so they're probably at least 10 levels above me. And there you go. Thanks, YouTube. Ronan Kazi, signing off. Diablo 4!